inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Less than a week away from the first race of the season. Obviously, we were supposed to race in Adrian, Missouri for round 1 and round 2 of the AMP series, but round 1, as you know, I screwed up and was not prepared. And then round 2 actually got rained out. But we are ready for round 1 at Mid-America down in Jay, Oklahoma. Again, that's gonna be my main series of the year. So we had to put in a lot of work to get here. The RZR's in the shop. And since we're less than a week away, that only means one thing, and that is the RZR is done, finally. All the work we put in through this off season, or really these last couple months, it's crazy to see what it looks like now. Hope you guys like that little montage there at the beginning, but let's go ahead, pull the RZR out of the shop, and we'll go ahead and show you a full walk around, talk about the parts, the sponsors, and get ready for round 1 coming up Memorial Day weekend. All right, let's go get it. So there she is, guys. 2021 Pro XP Ultimate, all ready to go for short course racing. The transformation on this thing is absolutely incredible. Just being able to see where this thing was a few years ago when I went to go pick it up to how it sits now, I would have never, ever thought I would be here making this video, and just being able to see what is sitting here in front of me is just absolutely incredible. And I want to thank all of you guys for being here, supporting the channel through all of this. Obviously, when you first subscribed to this, you might not have seen where I was headed with this RZR. It looked like it was pretty much just going to be built for the trails. And now we're sitting here like this. So I want to just do a quick walk around, show you guys the wrap, and then we'll go ahead, start talking about the parts that are on the RZR and give you a quick rundown of it all. Starting up here in the front, we've got Kriesel Outdoor and Offroad. They've been a huge support just when I need a part quick, and they usually got stuff in stock, so I'm able to run in town, grab what I need, and get on the road. Valor Off-Road, they've got the wheels hooked up on this Pro XP, so I've got their 15-inch. I think those are the VO5 wheels. They are super lightweight wheels, which is obviously crucial for short course racing. You want the lightest setup possible, but you obviously still want the bead locks. Super ATV, obviously another one. We've got the Rhino 2.0 axles. We've got the Keller ball joints sitting up in there. We've also got the Super ATV frame stiffener. It's kind of hard to see up under there, but that's another big piece. And then First Form, as you can tell, is a big part of this wrap. So we've got the First Form Outdoors, First Form logo, and obviously the whole topo lines is kind of the outdoors theme. But I got approval from them to use their logos in this build. And the idea behind it is I want this sport to grow. I've been a huge fan of short course racing for honestly probably as long as I can remember. I used to always watch the trophy truck versions of, I say trophy truck, but it's like the Pro 2, Pro 4 trucks. And my dad and I used to watch them race when I was little, and they didn't even have UTVs at that point. So I've been watching short course racing for several years. And really these last few years when UTVs have been taking over, I knew I wanted to race. And last year when we were down at Mid-America, I was like, heck yeah, I'm racing. But one thing, and I'm getting to why I've got First Form on the wrap here. One thing a lot of people talk about is this sport is, people call it a hobby. It's not really viable for a career. It's not to the level where it needs to be a career. Well, I want to grow the sport to where people can look at it as a career. where people see it as NASCAR or Formula One or just different forms of racing like that, where you can actually make a career out of it. And what I think is gonna have to happen is we're gonna have to pull people like First Form into this sport. They don't know what this is. They don't know, I mean, they might know what a UTV is, but definitely not what a short course UTV is. They might not even know what short course racing is, but they do have, BJ Baldwin is an athlete with them. He races trophy trucks out in the desert. They've got Ryan Hardwick. He's I think he races like Le Mans and stuff like that. He's raced a Porsche. He's raced a Lamborghini. He's in a Ford Mustang now. So they definitely know what motorsports is. And obviously Andy Frisella is a huge fan of cars, but I don't think he knows what this is. And I don't think he's probably ever seen a short course race either. But where I'm getting at is, in order for this sport to grow, we've got to get outside companies involved. And I think First Form, if we can get them involved, just with their core values as a whole, I think we can get this sport to the level of NASCAR, to the level of F1, just things like that. And it's just gonna take everyone thinking outside of the box, working to bring different things into the sport. And that is why First Form is really the main logos on this car. The whole theme with the topo lines is the First Form Outdoors, kind of the experience more aspect of it. A lot of people in that group are big hunters, fishers, hikers, whatever it may be, but their outdoor aspect is just getting people out in the outdoors, making sure you're living a fit, healthy lifestyle so you can experience more of the outdoors. And that is why, again, I'm incorporating that into this wrap, because being healthy and fit is going to be a huge aspect of my racing program, making sure I'm healthy. I'm not going to go out there and race and hurt myself. Obviously, that still can happen, but I want to set myself up for success. And the least thing I can do is make sure my body is healthy, I'm fit, and I'm ready to go. So that is why First Form is a big part of this wrap, and I think it looks freaking killer. I hope that we can pull them into this sport as the year goes on. It'd be awesome to get them to come out to some of the events, but it's going to start by getting their attention, getting them involved in it. And that's what we're doing here with this RZR. So let's keep ahead, keep walking around this RZR, show you guys what we got going on here. Getting back here to where I got some more of the sponsor logos. Murray Powersports, that is who did the wrap itself. So they did an awesome job with this design. We started with the sketch on a piece of paper. I sent it to First Form. They made a better version of it, but then we sent that to Murray Powersports and they knocked this thing out of the park. It's absolutely insane. I love it. It looks awesome. We've got Advanced Coatings as a sponsor this year. So they hooked me up with all of their cleaning supplies. So we'll be getting this RZR cleaned up and ready to go. And then we've got Maru Safety. So they are the people who created the neck brace that I'm running this year. I think they started last year, but I've got their neck brace. So we'll be rocking that. I'm one of their team riders this year. And then George at EE Racing, he got me hooked up with the shocks, and we've got obviously the front and rear shocks done. He put his custom spring kits in there. He did some custom valving, so we should be dialed, ready to go. And a big reason why I want to support George and have his logos on the car is because his customer service is second to none. I could call him any time of day. He would answer all my questions. Literally, he was on the way to King of the Hammers, which I knew he didn't have the best service, but he still answered my call, helped me out how he could. But I'm definitely stoked to be running their stuff this year, and awesome to see how it works. We've also got seal savers on board this year. So we've got them on the rear and up here on the front. What those are gonna do is just kind of keep dirt and debris out of the shocks, hopefully prolong the seals in there and just keep them clean. You don't really want sand and dirt and grime caking up on your shocks. So those seal savers will be a huge plus this year. And then also we've got PRP. So we've got PRP seats, PRP harness. I'm still waiting to get a custom window net done. We just had to get something done quick so we could actually get out there and race. But PRP, I'm actually a brand ambassador for them this year. So they've been a huge help communicating with them, helping me get all the stuff I need for the RZR. So we'll be ready to go. And let's see, that's pretty much it as far as sponsors go. We can talk about just some of the parts in general though. So the cage is the same cage that I did have before. It's the Midwest Dirt Fiend cage. that my buddy and I kind of welded up and did all the fab work for, but we had to do some modifications. So we've got the pillar here, which you might be able to see it better on that side. So we've got kind of the frame or the added bars up top. We've got the A bar there. We got the vertical bar here. So we had to get that for safety. We've also got another bar running kind of angled across above my head. So that's another crucial safety aspect. And who did all of this fab work was Seek Designs Racing here in Paola, Kansas. So definitely, if you have any need for framework, roll cage, tree kickers, Nerf bars, bumpers, whatever you need, Seek Designs will knock it out of the park. He got this bumper whipped up for me. It's an easy bolt here. So the idea behind it is if I get in a front impact, it'll shear those bolts before it'll bend the frame, but then it'll keep the bumper all intact. So it's just kind of like a fail safe up there. The Nerf bars are actually the same way, but we got the bumper from Seek Designs. We knocked out these headlight covers. It kind of just cleans it up in the front. He also made these custom rock screens. So that's something that we need to race at Mid-America. We've got the one on the front. We've got this little side piece here. He made these Nerf bars, which also look freaking sweet. And then he made the rear bumper. So we're all decked out, ready to go as far as the frame and chassis work goes. So we've got the L&W long travel kit on here. Then the reason I really went with L&W, I got a good deal on it, but I also really like that it adds some wheelbase to the car. I think that might help a little bit as far as stability goes. I don't know, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting to see if it actually does benefit me at all. It just seems like it'll help stability wise. But again, man, I can't thank everyone enough who has had a part of this build, everyone that's helped as far as parts go, information, just everything in general, helping me get this thing to where it is. Thomas at HBR&P Powersports, we ran this thing on the dyno at his shop the other day. He went through, did a little bit of tuning in the ECU, not really adding power, but just really cleaning it up, making sure we're going to be good to go at Mid-America. And then we'll also have the dyno jet tuner, which I don't have it in here yet, but I'll mount that in there so then we can actually pull data when we're at the racetrack, and then he can kind of help me get set up from there. We don't even have different clutching in here yet. He wants to run with this setup, and then we'll pull the data and he'll make clutching adjustments from there. Do another quick walk around, show you guys this thing. I'm so stoked on how it came out. There's everything about it, the way we cut the fenders, we literally got rid of every piece of plastic back here in the back, and it just really made it look like a race car, which obviously that's the idea behind it, is really get this thing all cleaned up, making it look like a race car, shave as much weight as possible. I guess I did forget to mention Seek Designs made these door skins, so they go all the way to the back and they come on and off super easy, but it just really cleaned up the whole look here. We had to do a little bit of modification here to get the rear fender to really line up good, but I think he knocked it out of the park. And then he's got the Zeus tabs, so I can pull the door skin and the rear fender off in less than a minute. It's actually insane how easy that is to pull that off. So that'll make cleaning and maintenance a lot easier. But just another little touch that Seek Designs threw in there, and just again made it freaking sweet. Guys, I know I said it before, but thank you so much for the support on this build, and I can't wait to show you guys some of the tracks we're going to be racing this year, just bringing you more and more content with this thing. I just purchased a new GoPro, so I've got the 360 cam coming. We're going to be getting some sweet angles out there on the racetrack, so that'll be a cool little piece that we add to the videos. But that's about it. I want to show you guys one more thing. So up here on the roof, we've got obviously the Schmidt 127 up at the front, and then Mark 1027, and then my number 127 kind of just fits in with the wrap. It'll look pretty cool from above when we're getting chased by the drones out there. But that Mark 1027, you can look it up. There's a whole verse in the Bible about it, but what that essentially boils down to is, for man, things are impossible, but not for God. For with God, all things are possible. And I put that on there because the idea behind my whole program is it's not what I can do. It's not what I'm going to be able to build the sport to, the people that I bring into this sport. It's what can we do, and especially by incorporating God into that. And that's something in my life that has been huge recently. The more I lean into him, the more I just keep getting answers from him. And it's just, I think it's going to be a big part of it. Just having those values is going to be contagious in this sport. And I think some of those values, along with some of the first form values, is what it's going to take to elevate this sport to the next level. And man, I just can't wait. It's insane to sit back and look at this, see where we were, see where we are now. And I can't wait to get to the track here this week. We'll leave on Friday, and we'll be racing Saturday and Sunday. But that's pretty much it for the RZR. Wrap came out awesome. Everything on this thing came out sweet. But we're gonna go ahead, sign off there, and we'll see you at the track in Mid-America. And if you're not down there, be ready for the videos to come, because that track is legit. I can't wait to show you guys some of that content. And countdown is on, baby. So fingers crossed we get out there, have some safe racing, learn a lot, and get ready to rinse and repeat, do it again. So we got a lot of racing coming up. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. If you hit that like and subscribe button, drop a comment down below what your favorite part is on the RZR. For me, obviously, I think it's the wrap. It's the way it all tied everything together. But comment down below what your favorite part is on the RZR, and we'll go ahead, sign off for now, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.